So yes, like you see on the screen, please do follow our WhatsApp community because that's where we share our upcoming sessions, where people also share their AI hacks that they have been trying. So it'll be very insightful for people who are trying to experiment with AI. Okay. So just starting with our segment where we talk about AI updates this week. So starting from this one, so AI has been, been evolving in the healthcare sector also. So here, as you can see, it's helping for vision destroying diabetic eye diseases. It's protecting your eye health, and you can imagine the kind of help this will give to all our eye doctors. Yes, and then we also have Big Sleep. It's Google's AI tool to stop exploitation of dormant domains. So basically, what happens is some domains that have been not used for a while, hackers use them to, do the shady things they do under that domain because the domains are just dormant lying there. So now this tool prevents that from happening. If it sees any dormant domain, it will stop it, it will raise flags. And it's like an initiative towards cyber attacks and cyber security by Google. Then we also have AWS. So recently, Amazon has announced that they'll be investing a big funding that is like 100 million for just to boost their agentic AI development. So at their summit, they revealed they'll be building multiple agents and working on the AI side of it for quite some time. And then this is one of the first ever banks out there in UK, Lloyd's Bank, where they have created their own AI tool for customer services and like a customer hub, basically, so that they don't have to manually go through their systems to look which customer has which queries. And yeah, so they developed their own AI tool called it Athena, and then they're using it right now. And they have more plans to do it in every department of the bank. So again, this is a big thing because this is one of the first commercial banks or like institutions finally using their own AI tool, creating their own AI tool and using it for their use case. Right. So yeah, that was all for AI news today. And so today's session we have for all our GTM folks or our marketing folks. And so we have Nupur and Praveen today who will be presenting. So Nupur is our marketing associate here, marketing and communication associate, and Praveen is website and AI specialist, I've been told. So, yeah, they'll be presenting today, and you'll see how useful this is for you guys. And yeah, the generic, again, the core of this whole session is what they're presenting is it's not like a framework or rules that you have to follow. You have to do this to get the exact result. This is what they have figured out on their own, what worked for them, what did not work for them. Similarly, you can try your own things and just take help from this, and then yeah, you will also, I think, be solving very complex problems soon. So handing over to Nupur and Praveen. Go ahead.
Great. Thank you, Arpita. So, hi everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So just quickly to introduce myself, I'm Nupur Zaveri. I'm the Marketing Communications Associate here at FlytBase, and along with me, I have Praveen Singh. So he's our website and AI specialist, rightfully as Arpita introduced. So let's dive into this session right away, wherein we will be talking about how we build an AI powered system that can do multi-channel communication and campaigns. So I'm sure a lot of people here, especially the ones that are working with clients, customers, partners directly, might be getting really overwhelmed when it comes to communicating new features, product launches, share some important piece of news, or maybe some major campaign, and you have like almost 500 plus people in your database that you need to kind of communicate this to in the right way and translate that entire feature update or something into business value for them, right? So for someone who's in marketing just like me, we have to ensure that everyone in your network knows that this is the new feature, or that there's an important update, or there's a very important press release that has just come in, or you've signed up a very important partnership, let's say. So it becomes a very tedious and a very monotonous job to send those emails, plus post that on social media. So in that sense, managing at that entire multi-channel motion is extremely tedious and monotonous, as I mentioned. This is exactly where me and Praveen thought of creating an AI powered end to end system that can automatically detect new feature updates, some news or some launch from the website, document hub, from the entire internet, and kind of create a communication campaign with email and LinkedIn copies. And then, we can just directly send it over to our network. So this entire process just becomes very seamless for us, because now I don't have to kind of run a campaign manually, go to like a tool like snob.io or lemlist.io, and then probably create a campaign, send it to the entire database, and then it just becomes so tedious because I have to do it over and over again every time there's a new feature update. And as we know that feature updates are something that are rolled out almost every week, so it's something that takes up a lot of time, and plus I have to do it all over again, right? So I would just ask Praveen, so we're going to show like a live demo on how we do this using this system, but before that also he'll obviously share the tech stack, like the AI tools and whatever AI he has used in creating this system, and then we can kind of go through the entire process on how seamless this entire system becomes for a communications person or a business person who is dealing with so many people on a daily basis. And yeah, and then maybe we can have a few more discussions on that. So Praveen, over to you.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. I will quickly first start with the demo and then go on the process of how we made it. I will share my screen. Um, is the screen visible, guys? Just quickly confirm.
Yes,
Nupur is
Praveen, that's visible.
perfect. Perfect. So what we are seeing right now is a public link. It's deployed on servers. Uh, the idea is that it will automatically detect if there is any new update on a release or on our blogs, and then somehow write like, and it will basis and on top of that it will write a short email which can be easily sent to all of the partners that we have. So now to replicate that process, I will just quickly show how it works. It just uses any sort of link as an input to start the trigger. It processes that input. While it's processing that, I will quickly go on contacts. I will show the demo contacts that we have added because of the privacy for now. So these are the, this is my email, this is Sai email, and this is Nupur's email. You can add new emails. There will be also an Excel feature, which is not, I have deployed it, but is there, where you can upload the Excel file or CSV file where we have all the details from all the details of our partners, and then it will um, automatically fetch all of those and add them as contact. Let me see if there is some issues. I'll quickly retry. Demo gods are with us today. Let me refresh. The idea is that once we like add the URL, it takes the content. It's not working. Demo problems. But the idea is that it takes the content and based on the content and our system prompt, it writes a email. It writes a simple email to update about that feature to our client and give us in this format. The emails are not loading as of now, but it gives all of the benefits translated into business values and how it can help partners. And how this feature can help partners. We can also, on one click, send it to all the customers, ouch, or copy and paste a LinkedIn message. Let me quickly connect an email. But the idea is that it automatically figures out if there's any new feature, writes email on based of that. On top of that, we can edit this email, edit this message, and then just click one button. It will be sent to all of the customers that we have as partners, and it is sent. I can quickly show. So this is the email that I received with emails and everything. So that's a demo. Now I'll quickly go through a simple of how we build this thing. uh, I and Nupur sat and figured out all of the things that we need to do this whole thing. It's a omni channel thing, so there are also WhatsApp and Slack because we have some partners there. But for our MVP, we chose like email because most of our clients are on the email. And based out of all of this information, we quickly sketched out an wireframe on table itself. And then the interesting thing that I did here was, let me show. So basically, I recorded a simple video on phone. I recorded a simple video explaining what thing does what. Uh, a simple video of how everything will work. I uploaded that to AI Studio because AI Studio takes uh, input in videos. I uploaded that, said develop this mockup, keep it nice and clean, follow good spacing structure so the design that we have is more usable. And then it just generated the whole thing. So this is where we did the prototype thing. By the way, the whole prototype happened on Google AI Studio. We did some quick UX refinement as well. We also checked like by adding AI parameters and like the whole AI API thing on this itself. So we saw that uh, the response that it was giving for emails was working. Once it was done, we had good confidence, and then we took that to Replit, and then developed more of the features there, like added email connections, test and deployed it there, so it's working there. And then we uh, saw the demo of what's happening in the end. Nupur, you want to talk about anything?
Yeah, so Praveen, maybe you can just open the Replit app and kind of, show what kind of backend exists over Replit.
Perfect. So I will quickly show what was the first thing, like what was the how I got it here. Let me quickly find out. So basically, I got one HTML from the Google AI Studio. I added it here, asked it to set up. It did like the Replit did the whole thing, and it was just a simple chat thing. The only thing that was little bit of friction was to set up the Gmail thing, but the agent figured it out. I'm not able to find the old chats, but yeah. Uh, Chat messages are not previous events, but yeah, duplicate this project. I got this HTML, send it this thing, and then slowly refined, build email things, like some things were not working, fix those bugs, and then yeah, build from there. Nothing as nothing technical knowledge here. Anything else?
Right. So thank you, Praveen. So, Praveen just covered what tech stack he used and how he kind of built it. And let me tell you, just building this MVP took him like not more than 2 hours, I think, Praveen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just had a concept in mind. I gave it to him. We sketched it out literally on our drawing table, and he kind of built it within 2 hours. And then we just added a few benefits.
The prototype happened in like less than 30 minutes, and then we took it from there, and then it took less than 2 hours. Basically, the idea is, yeah.
Yeah. And now if I had to kind of just explain the power this system gives me is, imagine I communicate with almost if I had to give you a rough number, with 100 people. Okay, like in my network I have currently, let's say, 100 people that I have to talk to, all from different companies. They are either my partners or they are our customers, and I have to kind of send them regular updates so that even they get to know about FlytBase, plus our partners get to use that in their marketing material as well. Communicating with so many people would roughly, like, let's say if there's a new feature, the typical pre-AI process for me would be, I take that feature, I create a few marketing collaterals around it, I'll create a nice email, I'll create a write-up. If at all I have to give them some sort of a brochure or something, I would have to make that, collate all of this together and then send them an email. Or if they're not connected on email with me, if I use WhatsApp, I would have to update them on WhatsApp, or let's say Slack. Now this entire process for one partner or one company would roughly take me an hour to do all of this. But now just imagine I have to do nothing. I have to ask this system to make the entire new feature update or any sort of a new content that gets published on our website, it will just take that, write the entire email. Of course, we plan to add a lot more things to it. Like we want to also add the capability for this system to write the entire write up and create like a document which translates the technical part of the feature into business value, because that is what is important for my partner to know, like how does this product help them, or how does this feature update enhance their operations. So all I have to do now is just do one click, and all of my partners will get notified about this feature. They will probably start using it better, they will understand it better. So that saves a lot of time for me, and now I can just, like, within, I think, 15 to 20 minutes, I can get everything done and launch one campaign across channels. When we add, let's say, WhatsApp, email to this as well, it will become even more seamless. So that is the entire value of how this AI powered system is going to help us. And I think for me, the most important part was the auto detection of content by AI and creating that. So that was very important, because otherwise, again, it would add a manual bit for me to kind of, every time there's a feature update, I have to go and put that into an LLM or something, create the entire copy, and then probably write an email and communicate that with the partners. So yeah, that was something that I really wanted, an entire like automated plus AI built system that can detect, create the campaign, and all I have to do is review and probably just push the send button. So yeah, if there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Of course, we would be happy to share the system prompt that we gave to generate this email. And of course, Praveen here can help you guys understand if there are any questions related to the tech stack or something like that.
Yes, thank you, Anupur and Praveen. That was pretty insightful. So yes, guys, please, anybody who has questions can just raise their hands, or just open up your speaker. You can speak up, or you can put it in the chat. Anything.
Right. So the system prompt that we gave will be shared. I think Arpita will share everything in the WhatsApp community. This is where you guys joining the WhatsApp community will become very important, because we keep sharing such templates and prompts that we have used to build these systems.
Yes, WhatsApp is just easier for any kind of communication updates, because a lot of people will respond there, and yeah, you can just have it very quick on your hands right away. So yes, please do that. We'll put the prompt as soon as possible on the group. Any other questions, guys?
I would highly encourage everyone in the community to test the video workflow. So if you can, like, if you want to make some micro applications and you want to quickly test how it works or feels, just like make a small wireframe on white paper, record a video on your phone, send it to your laptop, send it to AI Studio, and the friction to develop the prototype will be really less, and the way you will be able to express the idea will be also more better, let's say. So that's a very good thing, and I'm doing that a lot more nowadays, I see. So that's one thing I wanted to add.
Okay, guys, no questions. Okay, cool
Yeah,
then.
just a quick question, Praveen. So, what was the reason to pick or choose Replit to do this and not, say, Lovable or other such tools? Or is it like equally good or bad to use any other tool?
The only problem would be with the Lovable is that in Replit we get servers. So the thing that we wanted to do is continuously go on our release pages and other pages and crawl those things. So that needs to happen on somewhere in the backend, and that's where the Replit came in. If I would do this in Lovable, it would happen. The only feature that would be missing will be the crawler thing, so that it can crawl continuously on the servers. I think that won't happen on the lovable or tools like that. So that was my decision
Okay.
to use.
I think a lot of people will benefit if you can explain the difference between these, like based on your experience, lovable, replet, bold. Is there a is there some sort of guidance from your side as to when to pick which tool?
Uh, that's a very good question. I'm thinking, how shall I explain this? So the idea is, for quick prototyping, I personally use Google AI Studio so that I can quickly see what's happening, the UX is good or not. And for a short things, for a medium thing, we internally made a password manager app where it's mostly dependent on a database where we need to show content, store content, and update content. In that case, Lovable is a perfect balance, Lovable, bold tools like that. But if I want to do something where there are process and logic running in the back end, that's where I think that's where like tools like Replit come in place.
Got it. Thanks, Praveen. That's helpful.
Okay, cool guys. If there are no
So,
other questions, yeah. Sorry,
and
Prashant.
there's one question. Yeah. Now, if you want to add some kind of a workflows to this or some kind of a reasoning intelligence to this, right? Or essentially, if let's say you have a release that is done for your product and that need to get picked up for, as qualified for external communication and broadcasting, right? Do you have some kind of a future roadmaps where such kind of a detected snippets can be then approved by someone and then maybe from line graph point of view orchestrate the flow and may have some kind of a, if it is PR kind of a thing, then you may have some checks and then go to the PR agencies and then do those things. So how do you envision this from the seed that you have created to flourish into the full-fledged end product that contains all the bells and whistles? If you can share the roadmap in your thought process, specifically from workflow orchestration point of view, how LangGraph can be used on those areas, how agentic framework specifically for reasoning and decision making can be embedded into those areas, and then finally how it can be expressed as something that even can connect to a PR agencies or press releases to various things, if that qualifies for press release, if something qualifies for LinkedIn, something qualifies for social media post, right? So that kind of a chain of thoughts or forest of thought intelligence, how do you see this kind of a shaping up overall?
That's a very interesting and a very broad question.
Praveen, I can take that up a little.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, right now in our roadmap, right, as we had imagined, so even now, I am the user of this entire system, right? Like every content that gets written by AI is reviewed by me before I hit send. So right now, of course, we have human in the loop. When we talk about the long term roadmap for this sort of an internal tool that we have is having multiple integrations firstly in place. So we just don't want to communicate via email, we also want WhatsApp, we also want Slack, we also want like LinkedIn integration wherein I can push a social media post from either my profile or my company's profile directly from this specific dashboard itself. So I think such integrations are definitely going to be a must in the near future itself. Like I would say in like within a week or two, we need to have these integrations in place. And apart from that, the decision making will of course have some sort of for now at least have human in the loop, because we of course need to review that content, especially if it's going through my personal email. Let's say if Nupur Zaveri is communicating with a specific customer, I need to kind of have that visibility. But that's the thing, if I know that a few emails down the line, let's say if the AI has written around 15, 20, 25 emails and I'm kind of satisfied with the kind of output, and of course every time the email is being sent, you're kind of the system prompt that you've done, you're kind of always bettering that. You're trying to figure out which system prompt is going to work the best. So I think system prompt, the iterations on the system prompt itself will be so much powerful that once I know that this system prompt is something that is going to work the best, and we can have system prompts for different communication channels. Like for email, I have a specific system prompt, but for WhatsApp, of course, I have a little more informal communication, so the system prompt will be a little different. LinkedIn system prompt has to be kind of iterated in a way that it is optimized for LinkedIn visibility and kind of uses the keywords that are trending on LinkedIn as well. So I think in that sense, once you iterate and become confident on the system prompt itself that you have used, I think it would not require me to review it anymore, and I can be confident that whatever AI is writing based on this, I can confidently send it across to external communications, be it customers, be it PR agencies as well. Like, for example, if I had to give you an example, we had a partnership come in recently with a big company. Okay, they were like our integration partner. So let's say I just have to give a little bit of gist, or even if we have that kind of product update on our website, it will pick that up. And once I'm confident that my system prompt is working better, it will draft that entire press release very well, send that press release to the respective people who are supposed to either review it, or to a PR agency directly, that, hey, like, we've recently signed up a partnership and this is the press release that we want to go ahead with. And yeah, I think it can just, I think based on system prompt itself, it can do multiple things.
Thanks, Nupur, for that. Just a technical side of that,
Yeah.
your entire story is depending on the prompt engineering to some extent. Any plans to use evals or DSPY 3.0 approach, where prompts are fine-tuned within the system itself to achieve the objective of how polite the email is or how relevant is that? Is that something which is, because this evals will be very difficult for such things where you have kind of a qualitative assessment that is done, right? So if you
Right.
want to remove the human in the loop from here,
Hmm.
what are the technology strides you can do specifically looking into the marketing as well as these use cases? Because these are more subjective to person. And if you have to scale this, you can't essentially depend on an individual, right? So have you thought about the way the evals can be done, or using approaches of DSPY 3.0, TextGrad? Any plans for that, or any thoughts on those areas technically?
So I think Praveen can take that up technically on how we plan to do it. One thing that I had thought about in the longer term is to add something like sentiment analysis to this dashboard, so that whenever we, let's say, receive any replies, or if we don't receive a reply, but every specific communication kind of gets mapped in a way that AI is able to understand the sentiment behind that person and probably learn from that itself. Like when there's a reply, it will evaluate what kind of sentiment this person has, or what is their language like, and what do they respond well to, and based on that, maybe iterate the prompt or the output of the copy that AI is writing. From tech side, I think Praveen can help cover that. Praveen, any thoughts to add to this?
As of now, we don't have any plans to go on the sides of evals or any workflow sort of things, because the most of the things that are on the horizon can happen just with some API response and integrations. Mostly that there is no, like, at least for this project, there is nothing related to evals on the horizon as of now.
Thanks, Praveen. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Anything else, guys?
Right. Okay, then. If no questions, then we can wrap it up for today. So thank you guys for joining. And I hope it was really helpful for you guys. And yes, please do join the YouTube. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel also. This is where we put the recording of this session. And you can also join our WhatsApp community where we share updates and discuss other hacks on a daily basis. So yes, thank you guys. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Have a great day.
Yeah.